Oh wait, mad bitch alert, the bitches is all fake. Oh, okay, the bitches all mad cause bitches they ain't paid. And that's on the motherfucking mob, bitch.
Sometimes at the start, you can feel all by yourself. But I have a partner, but I can't turn no one else. So don't isolate yourself when there's nobody around. I'll be there to think of them.
So Shay, what does your pussy sit in your pants like?
A fucking grapefruit is real fat and succulent. It vibrates a little bit when you touch it.
What a true love we are one. Can't nobody break this bond. You're one. Just now we're having fun.
What's motherfucking popping up back to y'all another motherfucking YouTube video? I need the I need the every hour. I need the oh bless me now, my Savior. I come. I may not have all that I want, but I come. My haters talk about me and drag my name through the dirt, but I come. Might not have a house in the hills, but I come. I'm not perfect, no, but I come to thee. Yes! And I took him to church real quick. Ain't nothing wrong with a little Jesus. We need him in now and then. Well, what's going on, beautiful people? I just want to start this video off by saying thank y'all so much to the support that y'all showed to my last Conspiracy Theory Thursday. I know it's been a week. Shit, you just said fuck Omegle Mondays. I really haven't, y'all. Omegle Mondays return this Monday, okay? But my last video is over 50,000 views, which to me, now I'm not a numbers person, but I do notice. And I want to say I would never take any amount of view. I would never take one view for granted. So for y'all to show love to it like that, like y'all really like these conspiracy theories. And that wasn't even a conspiracy theory. I found out that's called like True Crime Daily. So my Conspiracy Theory Thursdays are gonna be a mix of conspiracy theories and true crime. Cause no shade, them like unsolved, like, or them serial killer story, like, girl, they be juicy, girl. But I just want to take a moment for you to sit back and look at how we are just growing as a channel, you know what I'm saying? I got a new little background setup. You see, I got the C. I mean, it stands for Shay, but, you know, it stands for conspiracy. You see, you know, I'm trying to get a new little, I want y'all to get used to this. When you see this background, it's a Conspiracy Theory Thursday video. You know, my Omegle Mondays, when you see that living room and that couch, it's Omegle Mondays. When you see the white background or the zebra background, it's a story time. So, and by the way, y'all really miss my story times, y'all. I have not forgotten about y'all. Somebody had DM'd me the other day. They was like, Shay, can you just go out and sleep with like the ain't shit nigga so we can get a quality story time? Like, damn, bitch, not y'all want me to put myself through. Like, I'm doing better, all right? Or at least I'm trying. But anyways, it ain't about that. This week for Conspiracy Theory Thursdays, as you can tell by the clip that I put in the beginning before the intro, we're going to be talking about mermaids and the mystical realm that we call the ocean or the deep blue sea. Now, I'm not going to debate whether or not they are real out of respect for people's cultures. I'm just going to dabble in what millions and millions of people over the last, God knows how many hundreds of years, have all believed. If you are a person that does not believe in folklore and it's just all bullshit, you and me get along. It's not that easy to just slide some bullshit to me and then I'd be like, girl, all right, that's true. Like, nah, I'm from Georgia, but I think I'm part Missouri. Like, you gotta show me some shit. But in doing research for this Conspiracy Theory Thursday, I came across some facts. And facts are things that you cannot refute. So after I lay the facts out for you, I want you to drop your own conclusion. Here are the facts. Before we get to talking about mermaids, I want y'all to understand just how big our oceans are. and how deep they are. Before I can try to tell y'all or inform y'all about what may or may not be in the ocean, I want y'all to understand and know just how much we don't know. Because if we're going just based off of what we do know, that is practically fucking nothing.
Well, Shay, how deep is our ocean?
The deepest on record that humans have gone into the ocean is 36,200 feet, which is known as like the HMS Challenger depth or some shit like that. 36,000 feet. Now keep that number. The tallest building on Earth, the Burj Khalifa, I don't know how to fucking pronounce this shit, it's in Dubai, is 2,716 feet. The tallest building in the world. So roughly, if you were to stack the tallest building on the planet on top of itself, you can put 13 Burj Khalifas, whatever. You can stack the tallest building on Earth on top of itself 13 times underwater. It's fucking huge. That's fucking huge. But get this, get this, get this. Roughly, 80% of our Earth's oceans are unmapped. Only like 5 or 6% of the ocean has been discovered. Now I'm a nigga. 80% is more than half. That's a fucking lot. That's a lot of shit that we don't know. Due to the fact that only 5% of the motherfucker has been explored, I'm not gonna believe that there ain't nothing deeper and darker that we don't know out there. Here's a map, here's one of the first maps of the world that was in circulation. Shit don't look too accurate, do it? Yeah, at least these motherfuckers had an idea of what the fuck was going on. We ain't got no idea what our oceans may hold. Now, there was a rumor that NASA was created to explore the oceans, and then they went into the ocean, and then they seen something, and then they came out and then they started exploring space. Okay, let me debunk that real quick. That's fake. Child, NASA was created because some white beef, I think called like the Cold War back in like the 50s or some shit. And it was like a space race or some shit. But no, NASA was created for space. It wasn't created for the ocean. However, the furthest galaxy, I'm gonna get back to mermaids. You just have to, I have to paint this image in your mind of just how much we don't know before you can just count out the fact that a mermaid just does not exist, okay? The furthest galaxy from Earth is the GN-Z11. It is 31.96 billion light years away. How the f do we know what the f a galaxy looks like 31 billion light years away? And we don't know shit about an ocean we could throw a rock in right now. How do we know about shit, and we got technology to tell us about planets and stars and other fucking galaxies and shit millions and billions of light years away, and we literally do not know what the hell is in our waters? I am convinced it may not have been NASA, but somebody, you know, white folks is nosy than white folks put their business and they fucking hands in a lot of shit. I'm not convinced that some rich white folks or somebody somebody with some good connections and tried to go down off in this water, and some told them to get the fuck out. May not have been NASA, but the fact that we know so much about space and shit, it just cause for concern. So, with that being said, there is a vast unknown of our waters. What do humans do when things are unknown to us? We draw our own conclusions. Now, another reason why I have not completely just ignored the possibility or thought of intelligent life in the waters is because mermaids and the stories of mermaids have been around for thousands and thousands of years and are in multiple cultures. There's ancient texts and writings and stories and folklore of mermaids in civilizations that would not have been able to interact with each other because there were no airplanes, there were no sophisticated sea travel that we fucking know of. A lot of these cultures, they would not be able to interact with each other. They couldn't spread messages as fast as we can today. How I could text a bitch that live in England something like, and the bitch on the other side of the world find out. Like, they didn't really have it like that. So how is it that so many stories of these same half man, half fish like creatures are embedded in a lot of these cultures all around the world that have not interacted with each other? Some ain't adding up. One of the first written texts about mermaids was in Homer's The Odyssey. There's a story about a man named Odysseus. Him and his homeboys went out to sea on a boat or some shit, and there's this thing called the Siren. It's like a beautiful fucking mermaid bitch, and she sing down. I'm talking about Mariah, Beyonce type singing, Whitney Houston type singing. And when she get to singing and blowing, it's like the girls really just lose their shit, and like they get so mesmerized by her, these motherfuckers jump in the water to their damn deaths. And the story goes, Odysseus told these niggas like, hey, when we get through this area where we know like the siren's gonna be at, put some wax in y'all ears, cause like I done heard motherfuckers jump overboard when they hear this bitch sing, and I fuck with y'all, so. But one of the niggas didn't cover his shit, like he was too in tune, the music, the sound was just too beautiful, and he took his shit out, motherfucker jumped in the water. Also, in African culture, West African cultures and mythology, there's this being called Mami Wata. I hope that bitch don't pop up in my shit because I said her name, girl, leave me alone. She's like an African water spirit that brings healing, you know, helps the sick, and she loves her people. But she got a bad temper and she is known to drown the bitch and, you know, fuck them up, make them sick. You got you seeing shit if you fuck with them. Mermaids are seen in Babylonian culture, it's seen in Greek mythology with Triton, known to be one of the most powerful mermaids ever. He controls the sea and he exists to bring wisdom to mankind and shit like that. But like I said, like in a lot of these stories, mermaids be good, but they do have potential to do bad. An example of a mermaid that is known to just simply be vicious and evil with no good intent is the I don't know if I'm pronouncing this shit right, but it's an Alaskan mermaid. And some historians, you know, they may not per se believe in mermaids, but they do believe in aquatic, reptilian, human-like creatures. The Alaskan mermaid is known to be vicious. The bitch, she just looks scary. The bitch look freaky, got claws and teeth out this world. You know, a lot of the locals tell their children, you know, don't go to the shores because these mermaids, how they survive and stay youthful is they eat kids. And they'll take your children in the water and you won't see them no more. A fact, because you know we're gonna stick around the facts, right? A fact that furthers this belief that there is something snatching these folks up is that more people disappear in the Alaskan Triangle than anywhere else. Since 1988, 16,000 people have gone missing. 16,000 people that all have families and friends and shit. So like this is a big ass number of people that just disappear. A lot of people believe that, you know, mermaids have over time learned how to adapt and survive by staying out of sight. That's why there's not too many sightings, or they're just not in our face. Now there have been mermaid sightings. Here and there, a video pops up on the internet, you know, of a human-like feature popping its head out the water, or you barely see it and it's just not escaping back into the water. A lot of the people believe that, you know, these videos are edited and they can't be, you know, taken serious, but shit, I don't know, some of the videos don't look that fake. But it is with any creature, over time, you learn to adapt on how to survive. Some people go as far as even to believe that these reptilian slash mermaid slash creatures have learned to even live among us, plain in sight. There's countless videos of, you know, people believing that these reptilians have shape-shifting abilities and can turn into famous politicians, famous celebrities. There's been times where people feel like they've seen, you know, humans' eyes change into like a reptilian-like feature. You know, to survive, you're either going to stay completely out of sight or learn how to camouflage. Blend in with your surroundings so don't nobody look at you, because you know how nosy humans is. Nigga, if mermaids was just trying to come about the water and say, hey, what's up to us, like militaries and governments is gonna get involved and we gonna go down in that water and like, you know, figure stuff out. Another thing that keeps me from just completely discarding the idea of mermaids existing is personal eyewitness accounts. Now, people lie. A lot of people lie for attention, a lot of people lie for fame, a lot of people lie for notoriety, so you can't believe everybody. But I don't believe everybody is lying about what they see. Quick story time. I recently went to North Carolina for an event, but when I went up there, the promoters was on bullshit. Yeah, fuck them North Carolina promoters. I went back to Charlotte. Charlotte got me, but Greensboro, it'll be a minute before I come out of here. But I went up there for an event, and when I went up there, you know, I was posting my location, I was in town. It was this boy that had been trying to fuck on me for like a long time. When I seen his DM, you know, I seen that he had been DMing me since like 2018. He finally see that I'm in North Carolina, you know, he wanna link up. Whoa. I get on the phone with him because he is cute, like a pretty dark-skinned chocolate man. We get on the phone, I can tell this motherfucker been somewhere else other than America. You know, like, he got a little accent, but it's cute. I asked him, you know, like, where are you from? I'm Haitian. I can't do the Haiti accent, but he was Haitian. Fast forward, he pulls up on me later that night at my hotel, and he come, we smoke with my friends, and we hop back to my Jeep, and he just all around just a cool dude. Accent so adorable, booty so big, Lord have mercy. And while we was talking in the truck, you know, I had asked him, I was like, you know, you said you're Haitian, right? You know, I've heard a lot about, you know, mermaids and voodoo, you know, stuff. Is that stuff really real? This man stopped everything he was doing and looked me dead in my eyes and said, it's not a matter of whether or not it's real. It is. This shit is no game to them people down there in the Caribbean. You know, to other cultures, you can consider it folklore and mythology, but to them people down in the Caribbean and some African cultures, like, this stuff is not a matter of trying to convince America. It's not, they're not trying to convince y'all that the shit is real. We're telling you. You take your happy ass in that damn water, go play around with the motherfuckers if you want to. This shit is real to them. He was telling me how some mermaids, you know, make bargains with some of the tribal leaders or some of the people of the locals, and, you know, they'll take someone into the water and, you know, to ensure that they're still alive. You know, I guess they'll show them from time to time, but don't bring them out the water. You got to continue to bring gifts to the mermaids every so often to please them. And if you please them long enough, they're known to give the relatives back out of the water after being down there for, I'm talking about substantially long amounts of time, longer than you can breathe underwater. And some of the people that are known to be given back by these mermaids are like known to not speak at all for the rest of their life. So I'm talking about they go completely mute. So ain't no telling what they saw. But like, nigga, you just came out of the water and you've been gone for a minute. Some shit's not adding up. They've been known to have things, they like things that are shiny, you know, mirrors, which sound like vanity, you know, being conceited. Mermaids really be conceited though. I think I might be a mermaid. But he was just telling me all types, you know, stories and things and personal situations that he himself as a child growing up in Haiti or his parents said that they saw with their own eyes. I'm not gonna discredit all these people and just deemed them they just crazy. Many fishermen have told stories about how, you know, they're out at sea and they'll, you know, be fishing and something will tug on the line and it'll be strong than a motherfucker, and then they'll see like a hand grab the boat. Then the one fisher said that when he seen the hand, he looked at it as the fucking fish and pulled his ass in the fucking water. His homeboy, he ain't never seen his homeboy, but he lived to tell the story. Child, it's crazy as hell. He might have threw his friend overboard. With any very popular folklore or mythical stories that are passed down generation to generation, Hollywood gets a hold of it. There have been many movies depicting these mermaid type creatures or furthering the belief that they may exist. I mean, at some point you really just have to look at it like, do we really know what the fuck be out there? Like I told you at the beginning of the video, we don't know what our oceans hold. I am one to believe though, however, that we as humans are not the only intelligent life on this planet and in this universe. I just don't believe it. So let me give you my theory. This is not something that I researched. This is something that it kind of came to me one day. And when I explain this, y'all, please do not look at me like I'm crazy, but I genuinely want y'all to just try to sit back and understand what I'm saying and see things through Shay's eyes. I personally believe we humans live in an ocean. Now wait, if you ask me, there are different types of oceans. We're gonna use the word ocean because it'll just help you understand what I'm trying to say. Right now, we live and operate on our ocean floor, land. When you go to the beach and you look out and you see all of that water, you are looking at sea level, where the top of the ocean meets the bottom of the Earth's atmosphere. Well, bitch, where the water meets the fucking air, whatever that shit's called, sea level. In Shay's theory, if we are on our ocean's floor and you go to the beach and you're looking at sea level, then you're looking at the top of the ocean. That is the water. The highest point that a fish can swim is the baseline where humans can walk, where the water meets the fucking land. In my opinion, the most intelligent, if we're looking at, you know, land, ground level being our ocean's floor, the most intelligent creatures live on ocean floors. Us, out of all the animals and species on Earth, humans have been the ones to kind of like just dominate the world and create these societies, countries, blah, 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 blah. The animals just live around us. And although we share land with, you know, different types of animals, bears, tigers, giraffes, elephants, snakes, and stuff like that, out of all these living things that can move on our ocean floor, we are deemed the most sophisticated. So let's look at the ocean. There are some very sophisticated aquatic animals. Dolphins being one of the smartest some bitches in the water.
And twisting to see their belly. They are using the mirror like a tool to look at parts of their own bodies they usually can't see.
This looks nothing like what they do when they're socially interacting with another. They perform all sorts of odd behaviors, much like we might do in front of a mirror to see what we look like when we just want to see how we look in a new outfit.
Orcas or killer whales. These motherfuckers have been known to like do some very ingenious things, even down to if there's a sea lion or a penguin on like an iceberg, it'll be like a bunch of orcas that'll swim in a line, that'll create a wave that'll push the orca off. Like these, besides them being just killing machines and very violent, there's a sense of intelligence. If my theory is correct, with no fact to back it up, the most intelligent life lives on the ocean floor. I believe that there may be some intelligent life at the bottom of our ocean. You can't tell me that it ain't none because, bitch, we only know about 5% of it. And ain't that some intelligent shit? If underwater intelligent life has learned how to live amongst us, wouldn't it be some intelligent shit to like convince people to explore space instead of exploring water? So before you count out mermaids exist, then I mean, you see the shit humans can do. I mean, we done left outside of our fucking ocean and went into the sky. Moral of the story, intelligent shit lives on ocean floors, bitch. And if humans live on our ocean floor and we are the most intelligent things, so-called, on land, on Earth, you're not gonna convince me that there is not an intelligent underwater society or living culture of beings that are way more advanced than us because they've been around longer. You can't convince me there's no intelligence down there, and we ain't discovered shit. We don't know shit about the damn water. Somebody gonna think I'm crazy, but somebody gonna understand what I'm saying. You let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think that we live in our ocean? Do you believe that there may be intelligent life under the water? Do you believe in the possibility that mermaids could exist? The vast amount of what we don't know is the basis of why people can assume this, because technically the possibilities are endless. Well, that wraps up this video. I hope that piqued your brain a little bit. Some of y'all is watching this like, girl, Shay is losing it. I like talking about things that'll just get us thinking like, that is a lot of unexplored water. I'm talking about every couple years there is a new species of fish, there's a new type of something that's discovered that people before, our generation before us, ain't never seen. And don't get me started on Antarctica, but that might be another video. There's some shit down there. There's some shit down there. Make sure you leave a big like, thumbs up, comment, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your cousin about me. You know you live for this. If you're enjoying the series and you know the spooky or the mysterious, you know, make sure you definitely leave a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments more conspiracy theories or true crime murders or true crime daily, whatever it's called, that you want to see me talk about in the next upcoming videos and weeks. Remember to love yourself and be yourself unapologetically. And remember, if you carry yourself like royalty, these hoes got to respect you. But until next time, stay away from that water. This is why black folks don't know how to swim now. Fuck, I need to swim before I come off.